Hey guys, this is Stephanie, and today I'm going to be giving you 3 tips on how to use your Medela breast pump. If you haven't seen my videos before, I just enjoy giving tips. I'm a first-time mom. My baby is going to be 5 months actually next week, so I mean, it's unbelievable. The feeling is great of being a mom, and I just want to share with you some things that I've learned along the way that have made a complete difference. Currently, I am exclusively breastfeeding, so pumping is super important in my daily life, and I'm going to share with you some things that I figured out. So the first thing I want to show you is my breast pump. So this is the Medela Sonata breast pump. Okay, it's it's an electric double breast pump. All right, and so the first tip that I want to give you is I want to show you how to assemble the pieces for the pump. So let me go ahead and show you here. All right, so these are the pieces here. All right, and I'm going to show you how to put them together. So this piece goes with this one, and you just kind of like interlock it like this. And then this is like a rubbery, like plastic, and it goes right inside of here, like just like that. And this is what allows like the pump, like the suction to suck the milk out. And then this is like a cap here, and so you just kind of like press it on tight like that. So it should be like this. And then you're gonna go ahead and just connect the bottle. All right, so like that. And then you go ahead, and this is called a flange. So you're gonna go ahead and just put the flange. And so once you have the bottle assembled, you're gonna go ahead and connect the tube here. You're gonna connect it to this part in the back right there. So I just connect it like that, and then now you're ready to basically like start pumping, and you're able to basically do that. So that's how you set it up. I wanted to talk about when you get your breast pump, you want to make sure that the pieces that you receive, that you boil them first. They have to be sterilized. So definitely you need to do that first. The second thing is after you start using your bottles and the different pieces, you want to wash them after each use with warm water and some soap. That's what I do. You don't have to boil them every time after each use, but you do want to boil them every once in a while just to keep everything sterile. Also, you want to make sure that they dry as well, and I'll show you a picture of how I dry my bottles and stuff like that. And then you want to check for mold every once in a while. Just make sure that they're clean, because the also the cap for these bottles have like little ridges, so you want to make sure that those little ridges are clean and that they're dry as well. So that's how you assemble the bottle and as far as the breast pump there. My second tip on how to use your breast pump, and in order to pump effectively, guys, you really want to make note of this one, because I made this mistake early on. And when I first started pumping, I was having a lot of difficulty, and I didn't know why. So the second tip that I want to give you is that you want to get the right phalange size. So let me show you what I started off with, okay? These here are the Medela standard, and if you can see here, I don't know if you're able to see it, but it's the 24 millimeter, okay? And these come standard with the pump. Now, really what's supposed to happen in order for you to pump effectively and to have success with pumping, when you place this over your nipple is supposed to be basically floating like right in the middle like that, okay? And once the pump starts working, your nipple isn't supposed to be touching the edges. So if it's like rubbing against the cylinder here, then it may be too small, okay? And also there can be a possibility that it may be too big. So you want to make sure you have the right size. I didn't know that, and when I found out, it made all the difference. I actually thought that I was the smallest size. I don't know if you can tell how small this is, but the plastic is a lot thicker. This is the 21 millimeters. So I actually went out and bought these. Huge mistake, because I was only getting out like drops. I mean, I barely pumped anything. And thanks to a really good friend, I actually figured out that I was the biggest size. So actually for me, I'm two different sizes. So on my left breast, this is the 36. So I'm 36 millimeters on the left, and this one is the 30 millimeter. I'm 30 millimeters on the right. So there is a possibility that you could be two different sizes. And if you go on the Medela website, you can actually see a measuring chart to see what size you are. So that's the second tip. Please make sure you are the right size, because once you do get the right size, you're going to find that your pumping is going to be a lot easier, and you're going to have a lot, better time getting the milk out easily. And then the last thing I want to talk about, which is a third tip, is when you pump, you want to make sure that you use lubrication. So what I use is the organic, unrefined coconut oil, and this is a great value. I got this from Walmart. And what I do is, before I pump, I just open this. I'm sure you can hear the baby crying in the background. But I just open this and I put it on my breast before I start pumping, because this is going to, basically be sucking your nipples for like 10-15 minutes. And if you don't have any lubrication, it's going to irritate your skin, and it's also it may crack your nipples and also like damage them. So you don't want that. So always make sure you put this. Before I started pumping, I wasn't using the coconut oil. I wasn't using anything. And I was so sore, on top of the fact that I was trying to pump and I'm breastfeeding also at the same time. So using this makes all the difference. And also, side note, every time I finish breastfeeding, I also put the coconut oil just to keep, my nipples hydrated and, from cracking. I don't use it before I breastfeed, only after. So, with that, hopefully this helped. If you have any questions, just type those questions in the comment box below. And I just want to help, I figured this out and this made a world of difference. So for me, just to tell you what I do, I pump once a day. And I do that to feed my baby a bottle of breast milk at night that helps her stay full longer. And so I usually pump in the mornings between 5 to 7 ounces. So one breast will always produce more than the other. That's normal. And yeah, so guys, I hope this helped. Any questions, let me know.